So you finally opened your Etsy shop. Now what? You refresh the page like 100 times, waiting for that first sale to come in, and nothing. But you know what? Sometimes it's usually not the product. It's the lack of traffic. So in this video, I'm going to share the many different ways you can drive traffic to your Etsy shop so you can finally start making those sales. So here's the thing. Making your Etsy shop look cute is fun. Listing your products, kind of exciting. But what nobody talks about is how frustrating it is when you've done all that work and still your shop is just crickets. No views, no sales. And that's the part that hits the hardest because you start questioning everything. Is my product even good? Did I price it wrong? Am I just not cut out for this? But you know what? Sometimes it's usually not the product. It's the lack of traffic. Because you can have the most amazing digital product, but if no one's seeing it, no one's buying it. And Etsy doesn't just magically push your listings just because you uploaded them. You need to drive that traffic and you need to do it strategically. Now, there are two main ways to do this: free methods and paid ones. And honestly, I have tried both. I started out with a low budget, so I had to get creative with free traffic. But as my shop grew, I started reinvesting into some paid tools that helped me scale even faster. So in this video, I'm going to show you a mix of free and paid strategies that you can use. Before we jump into all the juicy marketing tips I have for you, I need you to do one quick thing first. Please make sure you're actually selling something that has demand. I know it sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people skip this part. Because no matter how amazing your product is, no amount of Pinterest pins, SEO, or ads can fix a product that no one's looking for. It's just going to be a tough sell. So how do you actually know if there's demand? Simple. You need proof that it's already selling. Things like their monthly revenue, how many people have it in their cart, and how many times it's been purchased recently. That's the kind of data you want. But where do you get all of that data? Well, this is where I'm really excited because I've been using a brand new product research tool by PROFITTREE. It's going to launch this month, but I got early access and I have to show you a sneak peek because this tool makes validating product ideas so much easier. Let's say I'm thinking of selling an Airbnb workbook template. I just typed that into PROFITTREE's product finder and it shows me top performing listings right away. But it doesn't stop there. You'll also see real demand data, like how many people have that exact product in their carts right now, and how many people have purchased it in the past few hours. That's gold. You can even tell if the seller is running ads for it, so now you're not just guessing what works, you're literally peeking into what successful sellers are doing behind the scenes. Like I always say, you guys, success leaves clues, and this tool will help you find them. Let's take this listing as an example. I checked it out. It's a welcome book that has around 120 pages, and it's bringing in around $2,786 a month. It sold 4 units in just the last 24 hours. The seller is running ads on it. Its visibility score is 93 out of 100, and it has a bestseller badge. Basically, it checks all the boxes when you're trying to validate a product idea. Now, if you scroll down to the listing below it, you'll see a massive bundle with over 2,200 templates. At first glance, you'd probably assume that one's crushing it because more templates means more value, right? But PROFITTREE shows that it's only making about $200 a month. Yeah, less than that smaller 120-page product. And this right here is exactly why tools like PROFITTREE are so helpful. If you were just judging based on appearances, you'd think that huge bundle is the better product. But the data says otherwise. More content doesn't always mean more sales. When you have access to this kind of insight, you stop guessing. You can see exactly what's working, and once you do, that's when you reverse engineer the best listings and create your own version. That is the trick. So if you want to get access to all of this powerful data, PROFITTREE's product research tool is finally launching this month, and the cherry on top is they're offering lifetime access for just $67. One payment, that's it, no monthly fees, no subscriptions. You get unlimited searches, 30-day profit tracking, ad optimization tools, plus a free ad course included. Now, I've seen a lot of research tools, and I can confidently say this deal is very rare. It's a limited time launch offer, so if you've been meaning to get serious about your Etsy strategy, now's a great time to level up. You can grab early access through the link in my description box, and if you end up trying it out, please DM me or leave me a comment and tell me what products you discover. I genuinely want to know. Now back to marketing. Let's start with the free methods first, because You do not need money to start building momentum. Okay, first up is the most underrated but powerful traffic source, Etsy SEO. This is basically how you get your products to show up when people search on Etsy. So if your product isn't showing up in search results, you're missing out on people who are literally searching for what you're selling. So how do you make Etsy's algorithm happy? Well, here are a few tips. Number one, use the right keywords in the right places. Think like a customer. What would you type in if you were looking for your own product? Use those keywords in your title, tags, and product description. For example, if you're selling a wedding planner template, you could include words like digital wedding planner, bridal planning checklist, or printable wedding organizer. Number two, front load your titles, meaning put the most important keywords at the beginning of your title. Etsy gives more weight to the words at the front, so make those count. Number three, fill out all 13 tags. Seriously, use all of them. These are your chances to show up in different searches. Number four, update your listings over time. If a product isn't getting views after a few weeks, tweak your keywords. Etsy gives a little boost to updated listings, so experiment and see what works. And remember, SEO takes time. It's not instant traffic, but once your listings start ranking, you'll get consistent visitors without doing anything extra. It's like planting seeds. All right, next up, Pinterest. And if you're not using it to drive traffic to your Etsy shop, you are seriously sleeping on it. Pinterest isn't just for finding recipes or DIY inspo. It's actually a search engine, but visual. People go there ready to plan and shop. And guess what they love? Pretty digital products. Here's how to use Pinterest to drive traffic to your shop. Number one, create pins for every product. Every time you upload a new listing, make a few pins for it. Use Canva to create vertical, eye-catching designs. Show off your product, add a short, benefit-driven headline, and link it straight to your Etsy listing. Number two, use searchable keywords. Your Pinterest caption and title should include searchable terms, just like Etsy SEO. For example, instead of a cute planner, you could say aesthetic digital planner for college students. Think about what your audience is typing in to search for that product. And number three, pin consistently. Pinterest rewards consistency. You can use scheduling tools like Tailwind or Pinterest's native scheduler to space out pins throughout the week. It's not about pinning a lot, it's about pinning regularly. And number five, think long term. Pinterest is a slow burn. Unlike Instagram where content dies in 24 hours, a pin can go viral months later and still drive traffic to your shop on autopilot. I've had products get daily views just from one pin I posted months ago. So yes, I can confirm it is worth it. So this next one's huge and it's probably the most talked about: social media. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. These platforms can absolutely drive traffic to your shop, but only if you're using them intentionally. Don't just post to post. Post to sell. You don't need to be an influencer or go super viral to get results. You don't even have to show your face. I created an Instagram account for one of my Etsy shops and have never shown my face. You just need content that speaks to your ideal customer and leads them directly to your shop. Let's break down each of these platforms. Let's start with Instagram. Instagram is perfect for selling digital products because it's such a visual platform. Here's how to approach it. Number one, treat your Instagram like a mini storefront. Think of every post, story, or reel as a window display. Show your products clearly, talk about their benefits, and make people imagine how they can use them in their own lives. Number two, focus on value, not just visuals. Yes, your feed should look good, but go beyond aesthetics. Teach something, share tips, show how your product solves a problem. People are more likely to buy when they feel like they're learning or gaining something from your content. But here's the thing, creating great content is only half the battle. If there's no clear and easy way for your audience to find your Etsy shop, you're leaving money on the table. So make sure you have a clear and clickable link in your Instagram bio that leads straight to your Etsy store. Next up, TikTok. And listen, I know TikTok can feel a little chaotic, but if you're selling digital products, this platform is gold when it comes to getting traffic fast. Here's how to approach it. Number one, show the product in action. Literally just screen record yourself using the template or digital product you're selling. Make it aesthetic, pair it with a trending audio, and you're already ahead. Number two, educate and entertain. Quick tips, small business hacks, those kind of videos do really well. Number three, use clear calls to action. So always tell people what to do next. You can say things like the links in my bio so they can be directed straight to your shop. I've seen TikTok bring traffic to people's Etsy shop even when they had way fewer followers. It's fast, it's free, and it's worth experimenting with. And now let's talk about YouTube. Here's the thing, YouTube is a search engine. People come here looking for answers. How to start an Etsy shop, how to sell digital products, where to find planners, budgeting templates, wedding checklists, you name it. And when you create content that answers those questions, you naturally attract people who are already interested in what you're selling. Here's how Etsy sellers are using YouTube to drive traffic. Number 1, share tutorials or demos. Show how your product works or how it helps solve a specific problem. People love to see what they're buying in action, and YouTube gives you way more space to explain and build trust. Number 2, include links in your description. Always put your shop link right under your video. YouTube descriptions are prime real estate for driving people straight to your Etsy shop. Number 4, repurpose your content. If you're already making content for TikTok or Instagram, you can easily repurpose it for YouTube Shorts. YouTube might not give you instant traffic like TikTok, but it builds over time, and that's what makes it so valuable. One good video can keep sending traffic to your Etsy shop for months or even years after you post it. All right, next up is building an email list. And I know email sounds kind of old school, but trust me, this is gold for any Etsy seller. Here's why. Your followers on Instagram or TikTok, you don't own that audience. Algorithms change, platforms glitch, but your email list, that's yours. You can show up in your customer's inbox anytime you want, and that's powerful. So how do you start? Number 1, create a freebie. And this could be a free template, a checklist, or a mini guide. Something small but valuable that's related to your product. People sign up with their email to get it, and boom, you've just captured a lead. Number 2, promote it everywhere. Add your freebie link to your social media bio or mention it in your posts. Number 3, use it to build relationships. Once they're on your list, don't just email when you want to sell something. Share tips, stories, behind the scenes, product launches. Treat your emails like little personal notes from a friend. This is how you build a community outside of Etsy. So even if Etsy traffic slows down, you still have an audience ready to buy. And don't worry, you don't need to spend money right away to do this. There are free platforms that make it super easy to get started. A few I recommend are MailerLite, really beginner friendly. This is what I currently use. It has a free plan for up to 1,000 subscribers, and then you can even build your landing pages for your freebies. There's also ConvertKit. They have a free plan for up to 1,000 subscribers, and it's great if you plan to grow into more advanced automations later on. Another one is Flowdesk. Not free forever, but they usually offer a long trial period, and it's super aesthetic if you care about design. These are the 3 platforms I've personally tried and used, but there are many more platforms out there that you can start using for free. So there's no excuse not to start building that email list. Next are blog posts. And I know this isn't the sexiest strategy, but listen, if you love writing, this one can be such a powerful traffic machine. Blogging is another search-based strategy. People go to Google with a problem, and if your blog answers that problem and leads them to your Etsy shop, you've just earned yourself a warm, ready-to-buy visitor. For example, let's say you sell digital planners. You can write blog posts like Best Digital Planners for Busy Moms, or How to Stay Organized in 2025, Free Planner Inside, or Digital Planning versus Paper Planning, which one's right for you. In each blog post, you naturally link to your Etsy shop. You can host your blog on free platforms like Wix, and over time, these posts can bring in steady traffic from Google without you having to constantly show up on social media. So if writing is your thing or you're willing to learn, it's definitely worth exploring. Here's a bonus I have, the Etsy Save and Share program. This might not technically be a traffic strategy, but it's still super important because it ties into your whole marketing game. So the Etsy Save and Share program is Etsy's way of rewarding you for bringing in your own traffic. So if you're already posting about your products on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, your email list, or even texting your mom to check out your new listing, this is for you. Here's how it works. When you share your product using a special share and save link and someone buys through that link, Etsy will reduce your transaction fees by 4%. And that means you get to keep more of your earnings on that sale. It's completely free to join and it's already inside your Etsy dashboard. So just go to your shop manager, then click marketing and you will find share and save. There you'll find unique links to each of your listings. Copy those and use them every time you promote your product. So if you're already sharing your products anyway, and you should be, always use your share and save link instead of the regular Etsy listing URL. Over time, those fee savings can really add up. Alrighty, now let's get into the paid stuff. First up is Etsy ads. Now I know the word ads can sound intimidating, especially if you're just starting out, but honestly, Etsy ads is one of the easiest platforms to experiment with because it's built right into Etsy. You don't have to set up pixels or get super technical. And yes, I personally use Etsy ads, and my ROAS, that's return on ad spend, aka how much you earn back for every dollar you spend, has always been really solid. It's genuinely been a great investment for me as long as I'm being strategic about it. Here's how to set up Etsy ads. So go to your Etsy shop manager, click on marketing, and then click Etsy ads. Now set your daily budget. You can start with just $1 a day. That's how I started. And that's the beauty of Etsy ads. You don't have to spend big to test what works. Now choose your listings. I highly recommend manually choosing the ones you want to run ads for. Don't run ads on all of your products. Start with your best sellers, your best designs, or listings that already convert well. And then lastly, monitor your performance. Once you've run your ads for a few days, check which listings are actually getting clicks and converting into sales. If a product is burning your budget with no return, turn it off. And as soon as you see that your return on ad spend is good, you can slowly increase your budget. And here's an important thing to note. Ads are not something you just set and forget. You need to optimize them regularly so you're not wasting money promoting listings that don't perform well. Another tool that you can use is Etsy's offsite ads. This one Etsy runs for you outside of Etsy. So they promote your listings on Google, Bing, Pinterest, and other partner sites. You only get charged when a sale comes in through one of those ads. So no sale, no fee. The catch is if you made over $10,000 in sales in the past year, you're automatically enrolled here and you can't opt out. But Etsy handles everything and it can actually work really well depending on your niche. It works great for me. Okay, let's talk about meta ads, aka Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I've tested meta ads for my digital products before and it didn't get huge results. But I'll also be the first one to admit I am not a meta ads expert. It's a whole beast that really needs studying and strategy, and I probably didn't do it justice, so that's on me. But the reason I'm still including it here is because I've seen other big Etsy sellers use this as a part of their strategy really effectively. I see their product ads in my feed all the time, so I know it can work if you know what you're doing. That said, here's what you need to know. Meta ads give you a lot of control. You can target specific interests, behaviors, locations, and even retarget people. But it's also more expensive than Etsy ads, and it's way easier to burn through cash if you don't have a solid strategy. If you're just starting out or working with a small budget, I suggest stick with Etsy ads first, pour your resources into what's easy to manage. Then once you're more confident or have some wiggle room, you can start experimenting with other ads to expand your reach outside of Etsy. Meta ads definitely have potential, especially if you want to build a long-term brand outside of the Etsy platform, but just make sure you approach it strategically or it's going to be like throwing money into the void. Remember, the key is to pick a few strategies that feel right for you and actually put in the work. Traffic doesn't usually come overnight, but with consistency and smart tactics, you'll start seeing those clicks turn into sales. And if you want to try PROFITTREE for validating your product ideas, now is the time because they're offering lifetime access for just $67. It's a one-time deal, and honestly, offers like this don't come around often. I'll leave the link down below. Don't miss it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It really helps my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!